pronunciation. So this one is called Memoirs of a Middle-Aged Has-Been. 10 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. The rev of a Ford Mustang GT serves as a warning for the inevitable shitstorm that takes human form in a haphazard splice of testosterone and Old Spice. He walks through the door, all tight polo, tight pants to show the gains he's made during his recent gym escapade. His suede shoes clip-clop to a perfect beat. Sunglasses still on display that he's elite. Hair expertly gelled to hide the receding hairline. He will not accept defeat. Age is just a number. His 21-year-old self would not believe that only now does he begin to live his Danny Zuko dreams. He walks past me, but when he realises he doesn't know where to find what he needs, he loops back around and concedes defeat. With hands on hips and an authoritative frown, he questions, "Where might the male grooming products be found?" I ponder silently the comedic value of sending him down the wrong aisle, but decide against it. This guy with his cockpit voice would have no choice but to throw a fit for ending up at the women's sanitary items bit. Before we go any further, I ask the usual precursor question, what exactly were you looking for? Cleanser and exfoliator, he answers shortly. I assume he means for his face. I can see the number from his last bike race still printed proudly on his hairless, unnervingly smooth arm. The tan line on his left ring finger leads me to believe he's been using it to charm. And what type of skin do you have? Dry, oily, a combination? He pats his face a few times as if it's news to him that skin could be so annoying. He's obviously forgotten his soul-destroying teenage acne. After a bit more patting, he comes to his decision. Combination. The man of few words follows me as I pick up item after item, and when I present him with a variety of choice, he finally finds his voice. These are all women's products? I'm a man. I need men's products. No shit, Sherlock. Your pants are clearly chock-a-block. You haven't stopped adjusting since you walked in. Instead of saying this, I put on a slightly pissed grin and begin. These are unisex. Skincare is much more complex than the assigned gender on the bottle. You see, men's facial cleansers only accommodate to oily skin types, and you have just told me your skin is both dry and oily. His face looks as if he's stubbed his big toe. I meant to say oily. The dryness I felt was my 5 o'clock shadow. What a blow to his pride, and he's not even trying to hide his internal monologue, an analogue account of his failed marriage, and a realisation that he should have used the internet to run this errand. He comes out and says it. Look, I don't hate women, but you're really testing me with your skincare degree, casting me as Marx's proletariat and you the bourgeoisie. You need to come back to reality. I'm the dominant one in this situation. How dare you emasculate me with these bullshit women's products? All you youth these days acting like you can disobey God's way. Boys being girls, girls being boys. Don't you see? This destroys society. You have managed to ruin it completely with your cheaply made uprisings. It's unsurprising that we always seem to be chastising your generation. Can't you see? You have ruined this sanctuary. His anger has peaked. A teenage girl telling him something he didn't already know feels equivalent to being buried in the snow than being elbowed in the do not go zone. With the new information, I dump the girly products and pick up every black-labelled, red-worded bottle I can find. He quickly makes up his mind. A 5-in-1 cleanser, exfoliator, shampoo, conditioner, cock enhancer. It clearly has "for men" written on the front, so every time he uses it, he's reminded of what an absolute man he is. At the counter, he smugly pays the $10.99 and goes on his merry way. 10 a.m. the next Tuesday, he walks back in, cheeks red, dry forehead flaking. I direct him to the dreaded women's section and help choose products to contradict his previous pick. At the counter for a second time, his eyes say thanks, but his mouth says, "Geez, that lipstick looks good on you, doesn't it?" You can take the oil out of the skin, but you can't take the prick out of a middle-aged has-been. Enjoy the rest of your night.